We are so excited for the new DJI Ronin-S. But to know why, we need to give you a little bit of backstory. Okay, great, Sam.
We've been so excited to get a handheld gimbal stabilizer just like this. We love the Osmo series with the X3 and the X5, but each system had its own issues. And the Movi's great, but it's huge and you can't take it everywhere. And we got here the Nebula Slant, which we did do an unboxing video of last summer, but we never released it because we had so many issues with the unit.
Wasn't the actual performance of its motors and the body itself. It was with the support that they have, as well as the usability of it. Off its horizontal axis, there's nothing you can do. It's really, really horrible. We even called their support number, and it was pretty much answered by people that were confused why we were calling. This is not even our first time being upset with a single handheld gimbal like this.
But we have a problem. The EC1 just did not work well.
So even though we're really excited to talk about the Ronin-S, we'll show you a little bit of our first impressions of the Nebula 5100 Slant until we realized all would go wrong. Welcome to our new review desk in the beautiful outdoor spaces of the world, the Nebula 5100 Slant.
We're excited because this is a gimbal that has a payload capacity of up to 7 pounds. Okay.
Why is there so much tape on here?
You can actually see your DSLR screen because traditional handheld gimbals always block the screen in the back. But now the gimbal's here, the camera's here.
Oh. Now there's a lot of different companies that make similar products, and this is the problem with our new studio, the wind.
Look like losers now. This looks like a big Osmo case. Got girth.
It looks like a child's cello. Factory cashback. Thank you for purchasing Film Power Series. If you follow their social media pages, share your video, and tag them, you get $10 back for one of them, $15 back for 2 of them, and if you post on all of them, you get $28 back. So they're literally saying if you share their stuff, they will pay you. Ooh, damn. Wow, that looks hefty.
This is hefty. It's hefty, right?
This is hefty, because this is hefty. B, you don't belong here, B.
You got a little quick release. Gotta take off this.
Oh!
Damn nature.
So I guess, look how shoddily done that hole is. Let's take this off. I have to do these 2 screws.
I don't like screws for a battery compartment.
That means you will lose them.
It says the infrared signal will be transmitted through the infrared transmitter on the handle of the gimbal to a reflector, which can reflect the signal to the infrared sensor on the camera, and the camera will start recording after receiving the signal. And you can connect the gimbal directly to your computer through the micro USB.
I do like this cute little cello case. So let's talk about the new Ronin-S. They're making a very modular system. It seems like they're building a lot of attachments for it, which I really, really like. DJI
has a really good track record of releasing like a really good array of accessories for their stuff, like car mounts, which we've used on the Osmo stuff and we've loved it.
Just being able to have that interactivity between the camera and the body itself will be really, really nice. Like that focus wheel is just one thing, but it looks really, really nice.
And hopefully they'll release the exact specs on the weight, because they haven't said that yet, so that'll determine what cameras it can take, which is a pretty big deal. And I think it's worth mentioning that we're not sponsored by DJI, we just really like their products.
Even though everyone thinks we're corporate shills. Oh yeah, it is, corporate shills. Also called a plant or a stooge. A lot of people are gonna look at specs, payload, and start to compare a lot of these kind of companies like Film Power, which you've never heard of before, and compare it to the new Ronin-S. Just remember, it's not all about specs, it's not all about its claimed, performance. When you have a company like DJI or even FreeFly, they spend a lot of time making sure your experience with both its app as well as its hardware is top-notch. And that's why we're excited for a system like this, because every time we end up trusting a random new manufacturer, that we're always disappointed. To know that a company with real reliability history, we're really excited to see this product.